Okay, everything's working. Hello and welcome, my name is Mar and I founded animation studio in Tokyo, and every week on Wednesdays we go live and I'll show you what we're working on, usually things without spoilers. So sometimes what we do instead of these like in animation streams, what we do is working on comic or like Q&As and other stuff, like maybe interviews in the future. Let me see that everything's well, because I think we're seeing some chat on YouTube and not in my restream window. I think everyone should be able to hear me with the new mic fix. Hello Ramon, hello to Frames. Okay, everything seems to be okay also on Twitch. That's perfect, that's wonderful. So welcome everyone, and my apologies yesterday. Basically I scheduled this stream. I was trying to schedule this stream for this time when I plan to be on, and I'm on, but when I was making the schedule I mistake the day in the calendar. So yesterday some of you were waiting for me and I didn't even know about it because I didn't notice. So sorry, my apologies, and thank you very much for staying around. Especially thank you to the Xenis who reached me on Discord like, hey Mar, are you streaming today? And I was like, what are you talking about? So yeah. Okay, so we're starting to get a few questions. Are those fox ears? I don't know what you're talking about. And how was Disney? Please see the wait, yeah, okay. Disney was really great. So yeah, last week we took the first one of the first rests on live streaming, and it's because last week I was doing I had a lot of commitments, plus I had one extra day where I wanted to take a rest, and went on a date to Disney Sea Tokyo with my husband. It was actually really good. It was good. We had fun, but it was a bit different because of the coronavirus measures, like the much less people than what you would have expected. Some attractions were cancelled. Like there were like some things like done differently, the parades. Yeah, I wasn't very impressed with the little parade we saw, but it's completely understandable. And the things that we saw, what we enjoy the most, both of us, is the place itself, how it's built, how every detail makes you feel like you're in a different world. You're not in Japan anymore. This is like Disney World thing. That's what we enjoy the most, and you just need to walk around to enjoy that. So it was really good. Thank you for asking. Okay, actually I think I can hide this for now. I'll prepare my setup so that they will be working in this. I will be working in colors. What you're seeing now though, it's not all the colors, it's just some. So I start preparing some things for the staff. In case someone's new, I'm the founder of the studio, and my role in the studio, especially sales, marketing, and directing the projects. And inside directing projects, I do a lot of key animation, the storyboard, character design, and in this case, I'm checking also like the other animators' work. We have like we're like 6 or 7 for this team, for this specific project that you will see on screen. And thank you, I'm glad. Thank you. I'm glad you had fun, Disney fun. Yeah. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so basically I will be preparing some coloring tasks for the 2 volunteers. So that's what we'll check this, that's the color test I did, and prepare for them, like, please paint like this, and so on. I'm drinking from my special winter tea. I think I showed it to you. Like I got this beautiful, super beautiful tea set where like every day, it's like a countdown for Christmas sort of tea set, and I like that it has a lot of variety of herbal teas. Mostly it's like with no caffeine. And I'm having one that's called, it just says Pai Mutan, and the ingredients is organic white tea. I'm literally translating the kanji. This is in Japanese, even if the product I think it's from Austria, yeah, so enjoying that. Hope you're also enjoying a drink of your joy or of your choice right now. How are you doing? How was the week? How was last week for you, or this week? Tell me. We've missed each other. I mean, I missed you. I did miss you. I mean, if you were in my newsletter, you will know I missed you. I sent a very, very personal email the other day. Very, very personal. Like, I was about to just send a like a notification type of like, hey, we're doing this, and I got so personal, like, oh my god, I'm feeling all these things, let's just communicate everything. Okay, I'll be finding the project we need to do. Meanwhile, why don't you tell me about how was your day, and how was everything? Your day, your week, what are you working on? Meanwhile, I'm opening the schedule of the team. Okay, so I need to do, I can prepare C4 is here. C4 version 7 should be the latest one. YouTube telling me, hey, you're live. Thank you very much. It's been great. Okay, let me read in order. So Ramon and YouTube says, Mariam, fine. I'm happy because there's work available. That's awesome. What will you be working on? 2 Frame Stream says it's been great. I'm loving all the new Clip Studio Paint features. Oh yeah, I saw on Instagram that you were trying like the time-lapse thing. I didn't know we had that. Maybe I'll try at some point. That would be fun. Or very stressing because I have so much and it gets so crazy in the middle. But if in the end the picture is beautiful, it should be fine. Okay, so C4. Let me open this window again. Not this one. Construction. Oh, right. All right. Good luck with that. Take care. I'm guessing it must be not so cold in your area, but still take care. What window was I supposed to be in? This one, yeah, because here I can see who's there, and now I see the chat, and now I see the stream. Have 2 monitors and it's still complicated sometimes. Okay, let's start. For everyone asking, everyone who's wondering, we're working on Clip Studio Paint EX. And in I'm working on a desktop and Intuos Pro Small from Wacom. These questions come in. Okay, 2 frames on Twitch says it's nice. It only records when you're drawing, not when you take a break or anything. Oh, that's cool. So that's about the Clip Studio time-lapse feature. It also only exports at 15, 30 or 60 seconds, no matter how long it takes for you to draw. That's interesting. And please don't worry about the long message. Yeah? Hey William, how are you doing? And thank you for all your efforts to catch up with the animations. I hope the animation I send you will be fun for you and maybe not as stressed. I feel like the last one you were a bit stressed because of the timing. So William here is part of our team. He's one of our volunteers, which means that he's just starting out and he did his first big character in between recently, and it was good. It looked very well. Also, 2 frames says CSP Clip Studio Paint now allows you to drag and drop in Photoshop brushes. Oh yeah, I heard that. I really don't, because I'm not doing much illustration lately, and if I do illustration I wanna do it directly in Photoshop usually. Yeah, I don't find the value by myself, like how I use a software, but that's actually very good news for many people who's like trying to go from one to another. Okay, so let me deconstruct this guy. So color, okay. So we don't have the light, we hide this thing, and the colors we have are this. However, I don't like this one. I want to change this brownish thing, but before doing colors, let me make sure that, yeah, I wanted to make sure that I'm not using the yellow light because I need to see things in their real color. Also, I'm wearing my usual glasses, not the computer special ones, because then I would also see things a bit yellowish, and in the end everything will look blue in the art. Not sponsored. It's fine, it's fine. We all like to talk about like software and stuff here. William, oh yeah, no worries. I'm wondering if my last in-betweens was the nose and lips too shaky. It looked quite good to me. I didn't notice anything big. I hope to become a key animator one day. Go for it. Go for it. Okay. So selecting colors. Porky, if you're here, this is what I told you about selecting and changing colors very quickly. I just used a shortcut right now. This is more brown, green, purple. Maybe we could do it more blue. I don't know. Let me go in a very... Oh, I actually like this one. Like more purple. Yeah. And now with the effects. No. Just figuring it out, because the hat is red. Not that we say it somewhere else though. Yeah, something like that. No, I don't like it. It's better. I'm being very picky right now. Ramon says to friends and William, you will be great animators. Of course! Of course! You got this! Yeah, positive vibes, some motivation for everyone, please. I'm glad to see that everyone has been doing well in the last week. I have a few things to talk about. But in general, please feel free to just like ask things as you know and throw in topics regularly, as you feel them. Sorry, as you know, when I'm talking and doing a stream at the same time, sometimes I'm not very. I just don't make sense. Okay, so let's take out these memos. We'll take out the frame, the layout, and now let's start coloring. This will be actual coloring, so we'll color one frame and we'll ask other people to color the rest, like the volunteers. And color, see, and boom. Okay, this is not the right way. Refer to other layers option, please. What's your favorite thing to do at Disney? Okay, so 2 Frame Stream is asking me what's my favorite thing to do at Disney. We're talking about Disney Sea, Disneyland, right? Because I just went to the versions in Tokyo. I never went to any other park in the world, and my favorite thing is preparing for the trip, like thinking I will go this, I will go to that parade, I will see that thing, I will kind of go to that restaurant. So like the anticipation, I like it. Then being there, I think I already mentioned it, but I just like seeing the full environment, how every detail, like the staff's uniform, the walls, every single item that they sell you, like the type of plants from every region, everything is so detailed. For example, in the mermaid area, you have the few trees that are there. Actually, the tree that has the leaves like falling with that appears in one of the scenes, like they actually got like few of those trees that are not very common in Japan, for example. Like it really feels like it puts you there. Even the vending machines have like a special structure around them, so it's not like it doesn't pop out that like you're not in Japan. I love staying around that. I like the parades, which is something that we couldn't enjoy a lot because most of them were cancelled or very very shrinked. So I liked before the parades and seeing the outfits. I like having the music in the background with the that's from Disney movies I like. But actually it was all about Christmas this time, so it was different. I'd say that's it. And then some of the foods are really nice. How about you? Have you ever been to like some Disney theme park or like maybe animation-ish theme park? The next part I would like to go to, if possible and safe and budget and so on. By the way, this was a present from my husband. We were not supposed to go this year. I love him so much. The next thing I'd like to do is to go to Universal and the Harry Potter area. Are you part of the animation team as well, Ramon? He's not so far, I think. It's not. How are things going with you, Mar? Asks William. Okay. Let me drink and hydrate. And paint. So how are things with you? I'm fine. I mean, as you see, I'm healthy. Happy or happy-ish. Animating. The studio's going well itself. Like I'm very happy with everyone in the team. But due to like different things, some more from our skills, some others that are more like technicals, miscommunications, or in general, it's difficult to say like I will take this time to make this, or hey, I need a break, or things like that. So right now we're not on schedule as I planned at the beginning. I do believe that we're perfectly on time to deliver by the due date, but right now we're in a moment where I'm really trying to push very hard until the 23rd, when I decided this is the last day I will work on this project hardly and properly. I'm trying to push to do as much as possible, so then in January I can really give my best to editing, because editing is tricky. It could be really really fast editing and putting like editing, I mean like putting all of these animation pieces together for like to make the actual music video, and that takes a lot of time to like figure out some things, and also it takes a lot of computer time to test some things. Like maybe in 1-2 shots I can get you one scene, but sometimes it takes me to render like 10 times until I get it right, because there was like some issue or I'm trying some new effect, and rendering 10 times, even if fast, it could take like 30 minutes each of those 10 times. So that means like maybe like 2 days like on and off doing stuff. So I'm a bit stressed. I'm just concerned about that part. But as I said, I do think we're still on time. It's just like difficult to manage how long things will take. But other than that, I am happy. Like there's not many things worrying me really. So yeah, like no. The other things that I have in my head are mostly things I cannot control or that I need to have patience, if that makes sense. Okay, it's here. It's there. It's there. Okay. It's so dark. As you see, I'm picking colors. Okay. My other job I'm doing is also going well. I'm changing projects again. This year I've done so many different things, so I'm readapting. sort of, but still working from home. I do admit sometimes I get quite lonely, like working from home all the day, because it's like I made a huge mess, I think. It's like I know I have the people around. Ah! No, stop. But it's difficult for me to reach out. So I get lonely, but sort of my choice. I guess so much time working from home and the pandemic and everything has made an impact, actually. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just like rambling with a question of how are you doing. Chun. This looks so dark, but then with the background it will make sense and look beautiful. Beautiful. By the way, question, I'll read the chats now. But I wanna ask, is my micro, like my audio, better than in other streams? By the way, why is this so high? Okay, this is how it should be. Oh, but then you don't see. Okay, so maybe have it up. Yeah, I guess. So I've been fixing the gain of the microphone. And I want to know if it sounds better. I can see that the bar, like I have this like green to yellow to red bar, and now it gets to much higher levels with me not yelling than earlier. But let me know if how it sounds, because maybe I peak more often and that actually makes it worse. Okay. Whoa, there was a lot of chat. Let me catch up with you guys. Are you part of the animation team? No. There needs to be a counter for how many times you say, I love him so much. You're talking about my husband. When I talk about him, well, I guess I'm very fine. I'm very well in here. Oh, you make me laugh so much, and I love that. Do you count that? Can I just copy paste that? It should be a quote or something. We can make something fun with that. By the way, remember that. Wait, what did I do right now? Yeah. On Twitch, remember we have like commands. I think there's a command. There is a command that allows you to add quotes. So we could have fun with that at some point. Yeah, holiday time are a bit stressful. Yeah, I mean it's like right before the holidays. I know I'm trying to push, but try to rest sometimes as well, because if I push just to break and have to be in recovery mode all the holidays, what's the point? So yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, Ramon, hell yeah, what do you do now? Okay, well, okay, let me read. Oh, we're here to keep company. Thank you to friends. And really, I mean it when I was saying it in the newsletter the other day, like, I missed the stream so much, streaming and talking to you guys. Like, this community matters. Not to force anyone to stay here, but having, like, being able to talk about animation with people who is enjoying being here, or talking about the day and how was the week and everything. It's so lovely. It's so lovely. I really enjoy it. Okay, let's paint this well. And this as well. Whip. Ah. Okay, that's maybe too small. Your mic sounds good. Yes, much better audio. Sounds good from here. Oh, this is so good news. I spent like 2 hours and a half at least trying to fix the gain, because the computer, if you go to like sound on Windows and you check like your mic, everything's in Spanish, but basically you have volume here. You're seeing my screen, right? You have like volume, and in the past or in other versions you have here like something was like volume boost or something like that, or like it's basically the gain, and you could like force it up. Wait, I should put this up. Careful, brace your ears, but this should be at maximum. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I was checking like levels and so on, it wasn't working well. So I had to like install something else, was trying all the mics I'd have at home if the issue was the mic or the computer. It was a huge mess, so I'm very happy that now it had an impact. I still really want a good microphone with good quality, so it focuses on my voice, it feels like real, like you're talking to a person, not to someone in a mic, you know, like podcast quality. And right now most likely you're hearing my neighbor with the making a laundry, and I was listening the other like right before doing this, I was actually editing one of our live streams, and I could hear the how do you call it, like the construction that's like 2 blocks from here, or I was doing a meeting with a friend, like actually with a co-worker from the other job, and they could hear an helicopter, like, hey, I cannot hear you, there's a helicopter at home, and they were like, yeah, I hear the helicopter too, and it's like so I'm really hoping to get there, but first let's go to this goal here. We're so close to it. We have 3 more streams to reach this goal, and counting today, so we have today 16th, and we have like it's 16th to me at least, then the 23rd and the 30th of December. So I forgot I wanted to talk about something. What was it? While I was explaining this, something came to my mind. Was not about the microphone, but what was it? Okay, oh nice, so you're trying to go for animation next year. Yes, but only for fun. Oh, that's cool. I hope you have lots of fun, Ramon. Animation takes a lot of patience, but when you see what you have done move, well then you're addicted and you're trapped. Why not start now? Well, you just have like another 2 weeks until next year, so it shouldn't be a long wait, but hey, if you want to start now, go for it. Okay, I'm deleting some. I need to delete some messages. Good. I don't have the tools, I see. Let's see this guy well. I want to check that everything's working correctly. Yep, it seems so. It seems like it. Good. Think a bit more. Yeah, so I'm looking forward. Maybe if we reach this goal here, and then we log like weekly live streams for next year, and I promise I will do that, then maybe the next goal would be the microphone, an actual microphone, so you can listen to my voice well, not just okay because I like Mar and I like her streams, I will keep there, but more like, oh, I don't have to like, how do you say it? You know when you call a friend and you cannot hear them well, but you make the effort because you want to know what they're saying? That's not how I want you to feel. I want you to feel like you're in the cinema where, like maybe like watching a movie and you don't have any distraction from the media to you. And that's through audio. It's very important to create that. By the way, talking about that, like I have a very bad example, like a very good example of something very sad, which is, you know, the movie that's making so much money right now in Japan, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, with the Mugen no Densha, like the Infinity Train. I don't know how they translate it in English. I went watch this movie. Don't worry, will not spoil anyone. But there's something that was really sad about the experience, which is that cinema, the audio was too loud. It was incredibly loud. I was in the movie, and I'm telling you, if the movie is like, I don't know, let's say 2 hours to generalize, half of it at least, I was like this, like blocking the sound in one of my ear. And because I got tired to be like with both hands, I was like next to my husband, like pushing my other ear to his like elbow, like I was like this, watching the movie because it was so loud. And my ear, like my audio settings, my ear power is not very good actually. With friends from my same age or even my husband, sometimes I put things louder than they would have them. I asked them to top it up a bit, so it's not very good. I was suffering, and then leaving, he was also saying like, wow, that was really, really loud, and it really broke the experience because I couldn't focus in the movie. I was like peeing, like, you know, like, and the music was beautiful, like the music was beautiful, the sound effects were beautiful, and everything was too loud. So the importance of immersion is so important. I felt so sad for that. Felt so sad. And there were a lot of parts with like where the sound like peaked. It was like it's not like just like the last, let's say like the last peak epic scene. No, it's like lots of it. I forget it's December. I keep thinking there's so much more time until next year. I know. And when you could always use paper and pencil. Yep. If you wanna animate, you don't need many tools really. Yeah, it's Infinity Train. Okay, thank you. Hey Mar, don't have to sweat it over the small stuff as long as the mic sounds good, which it does, and that your stream doesn't lag. You're pretty solid and ready to go. Oh, thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Like, it's just that before I knew it was very low, and especially if I wanted to like re-upload some like piece. Oh, I remember when I was talking. I'm gonna have to talk about it. Let me know that for a moment. Okay, let me know that. Yeah, so I was concerned that at least lower the voice, and then in the future try to have like good quality, where you really have a good professional experience. Excuse me. Well, thank you, William. Good from Studio, it's insane how much the movie earned. Personal opinion, the movie is beautifully animated. Don't worry, I'm not saying spoilers, but animation wise it's beautifully done. But story wise, because it is from a part of a manga, like it's like after some seasons of television anime you have this arc of story and they made a movie from it, right? So for me it doesn't feel so good as a movie, and it makes it difficult to understand how as a movie it gets so much hype, because you know, like Spirited Away, Your Name, many other movies, they build their own world like as one unit, right? Like this, you met the character and then they end somewhere. Maybe there will be other parts of the saga, but it's difficult for me to see how this movie is making so much, although the script for me it's not as good, just because it's part of a bigger thing. If we're talking about Kimetsu no Yaiba, about Demon Slayer, the whole thing, I've read the manga and I love it. It's so well done. I like how it's like very fast, very to the point. Like it has so many good things, and the animation is wonderful from the movie. But the movie itself, how it makes so much, and then it surpasses Spirited Away and others maybe at some point, or like Titanic, I think it already surpassed it. I don't know it. I read many news and now I don't know which one is the one that they surpassed and they didn't. But basically, and it feels a bit bittersweet. You know, it makes sense also because there was a lot of fandom before the movie even started. It's not like Your Name that it started, then it was a boom because people talked about it and they went. But for this case, there was already many fans of, you say, Harry Potter. There's many fans from the book that were already ready to go to the movie, right? So there's like many factors on marketing, and now because people saying it's selling so much, then they are going. And that was my case. I didn't plan to go because I know what was going to happen, and I thought, okay, I can watch it later at some point. But because it had so much hype, like, okay, I need to have this experience. I'm building an animation company in Japan, I need to see it. And I went. And I bought my husband, so that's 2 more tickets, right? I'm starting to ramble. It's just a bittersweet feeling. I like the movie. It has so many good things, but it's strange for me to feel that it got so much hype. But hey, congratulations to the makers and to everyone to see that, hey, we're going back to the cinemas and it's enjoyable, and hey, one of the more money-making movies in Japan. Hey, their animation, isn't that cool? I love the genre. By the way, I made an animation company. Yeah, Mar, it's crazy how loud the cinemas can be. I remember watching a horror movie with such loud noises. Even if you close your eyes, you would get jump scared. Oh my god, yeah, absolutely. I came in hearing you talk about peaking sound while wearing a fox hat. I don't know what you're talking about. Virtual hug. Oh, so many virtual hugs. I love you guys. And go for it, Ramon, if you want to do animation. Yeah. Oh, it's so warm. Demon Slayer has a very... I can't stop laughing. Alright. Demon Slayer has a very rabbit fandom. I don't know what rabbit means. Rabbit? Rabbit? That's not rabbit as like the bunnies, right? It's still the top selling manga despite being finished. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm telling you, like the story and the animation wise, it's so good. It's really, really, really good. Like, please. Like my bittersweetness about like scripts and stuff, don't let it get the wrong impression. It's really good. And that's the year of the guy. Okay, so let's look for white spots. Like this. Yeah, I bet like that sometimes. It's like that with YouTube too sometimes. Low production videos can gain way more views than a very high production one. Yeah, just like there's some minimums, right? Like, number one, I was watching a video, I think it was from Sean West, about video production, and the 3 most important things of a video with order is like, first, what matters most is the content. It doesn't matter how the audio and like the camera, like the visuals are, the content needs to matter. For example, why do you watch like a shaky smartphone video? Oh, because the dance is funny, because there's a cat, even if it has pixels, if the cat is cute, it's fine. It was a good video, right? And you kept watching because it was interesting. So first is content. Second is audio. People in many statistics, well, I trust other people talking about statistics. I haven't seen myself, but I wouldn't be surprised. It's true, because if the video is perfect but the audio is good, people is not so forgiving. They leave. But if the audio is very good and the video is like, like the image, like you can guess what's going on, but maybe it has some pixels, it's fine. Normally people stays. So it's like, first content, second audio, third, the least important is actually what you're seeing. Interesting, right? I mean, if, for example, you're a watercolor artist and you need to show like the granulation of the paper and like so many details and stuff, like there's parts where it matters, right? Or, for example, you need to see my screen, but I'm not showing you this lower part with the color and I'm teaching you how to pick colors, like, yes, then the content is not good. Rabbit, extreme fanatical support. overzealous. I'm just saying it's very popular. I see. Thank you. So yeah, Demon Slayer is very rabid, which means extreme fanatical support. Completely. Maybe as a project you can do a really bad animated short with impeccable audio. Well, since we do the visuals and we're relying on others to do the audio, I don't think that would be a good idea. But hey, if the story is good, like there's so many animated music videos where, let's be honest, the animation is not... It works enough to translate the story, but it's not a high level. But because it works well enough to translate the story, and because the song is catchy, voila. But hey, when you put a good song, a good story, and the visuals are good, boom, that is when it explodes. I'm just saying like the importance of each element as a unit and the effect that has in audience, usually I'm sticking to the video or not. I mean, it's difficult to separate content from audio and video, right? Maybe a really good example of this is Filthy Frank. I still love his videos, but man, it's so bad and so good. What is that? I don't know what that is or who that is. Okay, we'll be coloring this now. So technically we don't need this guy anymore. But I'll keep him a bit visible for people who are joining in and see like, oh, what's going on. We have like this creepy guy looking at you, staring at you. He knows what you're thinking. And he's scared of it. Guys, what are you thinking about? Don't scare my poor character. He's freaking out. You're thinking about flowers, but he's allergic. I'm such a dramatic person. I know. Wrong layer. Yay. Classic. I'm being very slow, but as you know, for me the streams are more about the community time we spend together than to being like super productive. And I know I'll finish this by today when I have to finish it. Right now everyone in the staff I believe has a task, or most of you have a task. Or I'll finish preparing it for you today. Okay. This will do it in black. So basically my rule is that the guidelines are painted in the darkest color of the thing that is separate. That's the basic rule. Except if it's like a shiny eye, for example, like this thing was like a very special case. But if in doubt, just paint them. Like for example, if you have this color and this color, what I do is paint it in the darkest. Oops. This. Okay. And I'll keep it separated this time in different layers, but by the end I'll put everything together. But I'll keep it separated so the stuff that's going to paint this, which is one of our volunteers, most likely either Eugenia or William. I think Eugenia, because she did this, the in-betweens for this, so she knows this guy. And William is right now doing in-betweens. There are some stick figure animations that use sound effects so well, exactly, and if the stick figure is doing something funny or good or interesting and the sound is good, it will stick. Interestingly, I was watching, like my husband put like one of his childhood series that he loved, like it was about detectives, and I got stuck, I got really interested myself, like it was like a special episode, something with a detective guy, and I got very attached to the story, so I kept watching it. But I was so upset with the music. It really didn't fit. Like, it was not used like at the right moments, and it annoyed me. Like, oh my god, this is such an impactful moment, but I'm almost laughing because of how they tried to put much more drama than what they actually needed. Like, the acting was good, the story was good. I mean, it was a very old thing, but I was like, the sound, ish. Yeah. So, sound is important, and I'm not a sound engineer. I'm not an expert, but I know some things. I did study in university about like soundtracks, and then I became obsessed about it. Like, oh my god, when they're talking about this, the little sound had a bit of tune of, like, for example, like Darth Vader, that when before he transforms, like, you can hear a bit of the tune, and like these little things. I started to pick them up thanks to a university class. But I'm not an expert in general. I just know it's very, very important to get it right. Right now, we're focusing on content and visuals altogether, because our content are the visuals. Content would be the storyboard, for example, and the visuals is that everything is not pixelated, it moves smoothly, it doesn't like shake, change frames badly, or that you can understand what's going on, you know? I'm doing this the slow way. Actually, I could do this in a very faster way of like click click click, but for some reason as I talk it feels more natural for me to just like use the brush. Okay, so 2 frames lurking. Remember, if you need to mute, instead of muting the stream, if you can mute the tab, it will help in our views counter. Like this, Twitch will count it as you are there. But hey, if you need to go fast and whatever, like don't mind that. Just go. Hey Jay, how are you doing? And Zunis, how is it all? No, you're not late. It's fine. We're still here. It's so warm. More, I think that there is a lot of people going through anxiety or panic attacks like the character. Absolutely, absolutely. I add myself to oops. Like in anxiety, this character is in some ways myself. Like how's that? That's how I can show the emotion, because I was acting it by myself. And then you can see it. Okay. I hope everyone is fine though. If you want to share something, you want to take it out, like feel free. Like we're here for you. This is our safe community. We'll try to push to like understand you and lift you up as much as possible, if you're ready for it. Also, you can just delay any worry thoughts you have, and that's completely fine. It's your safe place where we just talk about animation, Disney, movies, teas. Trying to remember things like what did we talk about today. I'll soon make a chat a very, very important question, by the way. I'm getting back to doing some landscape studies more. Okay. So I have an important question, something. Right now, our videos on YouTube are very, very long, because you see like this, like, okay, the latest videos are all streams and they're around 1 hour, 2 hours long. So what I thought, and also in those streams you have a lot of topics, so even if, like for example, today we were talking about the trends of cinema, we were talking about Disneyland, we were talking about like so many things, right? And I cannot put that in the script, like in the title, because it would be a mess. So what I'm thinking is to do two things. One is grab the film live streams and inside the YouTube tool there's an editor, and I will shrink them to like 10 to 25 minutes. So even if it was like 1-2 hours in the beginning, I still have a copy, I will shrink them to 20 minutes and call them like highlights, like stream highlights. So you get like the most, like 80% animation industry things and 20% of randomness that we also have. So I'll shrink them, those videos, and then I will start noting the good questions, and ideally I will film new short videos talking about these questions. For example, if someone asks me, what do you prefer to animate, digital or traditional, then okay, like this is a question that comes up often. So on January I'll pile up all these good questions and like spend like maybe 1-2 weeks just like me in the camera talking about all these, and then making like short videos with the replies that will go on YouTube. So 2 things. 1, the long live streams, I'll shrink them. Okay, so on YouTube you, after we do the live, I'll spend sometimes like shrinking them to like 10-25 minutes. It depends on the content that we were saying. And then we'll do extra videos a bit more specific of like the good questions that appear often. My good thing, you have a good man at your side. Oh, thank you. He is a good man. I was about to say I love him so much, but now I will be called out. But I do love him so much. So, okay, let's check again. Do we have like spots and stuffs? Yes, we do. I will on them. No! Ah! What happened now? I was in the eraser. Why? What are you? Ah, I see. Aha. Aha. Okay. There you go. You have to be in the right layer. What's going on here? Okay. So this is the level of it. Now we'll do the memos, which is it doesn't sound very good in Spanish. If you say memo, like notes, if you say memo, in English it means like notes, like guidelines, notes, and such. In Spanish, it's an insult. You're calling someone stupid. Don't call people memos, okay? Don't. Okay, so this is not we're doing, so it's not animator memos anymore. This is colorist memos. Color in betweens 2 to 6. Select the colors from in between 1. Careful, because the hand color is not pure black. Always select the color. Don't guess it. As a rule, like, this is my notes. This will be for Eugenia. Hey Adam, how are you doing? From Indonesia. Also, you must be in a very similar time zone than myself. I'm in Japan right now. How's your day? Are you also into animation? Okay, so let's make this like in a color that's more readable. Guess, deadline, I'll think about it later. I think we need steps. What else? Color in betweens. Select the colors from in between 1. Careful not to use pure black. Something else I should say. Yeah. Beware of tiny white, tiny empty, blank pixels. around the edges, color in the color layer, and also color the coloring guidelines layer accordingly. You have more info about how to do coloring in our I'm trying to look for the because now I'm doing we're almost done with this cut, so I need to make it ready for our stuff. Yeah, Mark's Expositov Staff Guide. Yeah, I made a huge document. Very long document, but with lots of info and good info. So, okay. Ooh, we have nice new friends on Twitch. Nice to see you all. How you're doing? Well. By the way, let me present myself because I do it in the beginning when we're just like 2 or 3. I'll do it again. So, hello. My name is, wait. Let's show it more of what we're doing. Hello all, my name is Mar and I founded an animation studio in Tokyo. We started taking commissions, especially in the beginning of this year. And what you're seeing is the second music video we're working on. We've done other things like clips for musicians or for YouTubers, but they're not out. So right now we have a short film out, that's the thing that you see here. We have a music video out that you should see if you look for around in our channel, like in the main channel page, not in our videos because the videos from the musician, but it's like in the main channel page. That's called No Soy Nada. And this is another project that should be finished. We need to deliver it by the end of January. And there's other things that are still not out and published and public, but our clients do it. We also have comics, like a webcomic and some other stuff. And you're welcome here. I don't do tutorials, but I welcome any question, really. We talk about the anime industry, comics, and very random stuff. Really random sometimes. Cute plants, teas, things I'm not wearing in my head. Or about gadgets sometimes. Let me see, wait. Oh, wait, what I said. Oh, okay. Huh. Okay, let me make a memo. Invoice. Yeah, so as I'm the one who did the studio, so technically I'm a freelancer in Japan and I'm outsourcing to the rest of the team. Yeah, we work as a studio in the practical way and legal as well. And yeah, I need to do like invoicings and accounting and sales and marketing and many things. Oh, I was asking you all about what you thought about this. So instead of having like doing a long live stream and talking about like just like doing a long live stream with whatever the content we choose, I was thinking of afterwards sharing the video with highlights. Like instead of 1-2 hours, the videos of live streams will appear to be like between 10 and 25 minutes, like picking like the best questions, the best like the funniest parts, and so on. Like, do you think this is a good idea? I don't know. If you have any feedback on that, it would be appreciated. Let me see. Meanwhile, I need to finish making this the deadline, or let me wait to put the deadline later. I mean, this is for Eugenia, and I'm pretty sure she's still sleeping. She is in Buenos Aires. We have stuff all around, really. I could have not imagined starting with a more international team. I mean, we're missing 2 continents right now, but we have a lot. We have people Yeah, Japan, New Zealand, Argentina, sorry, excuse me, Canada, and US. Am I missing something? India. So, not bad, right? Okay, healthy reminder for everyone. Hydrate. Take your beverage of choice and get it in. Okay, so now we'll use this guy to paint the next thing. And the next thing is, do you have any Richard says on YouTube, do you have any recommendation on how to get started animating and then how to continue learning for self-learners? Okay, let me think. How to get started on animating? I would say if I was about to start over again, like learning by myself, I would get the software, like get some software. It could be Clip Studio, it could be whatever that feels best for you. Could be Adobe Animate, Toon Boom, TV Paint, Harmony, I don't even know. Like usually I animate with Clip Studio and I used to animate with Flash, which is now called Animate. But get some software, you don't have to pick anything expensive. And then try by yourself, like start trying to like, okay, I wanna make someone walk. And you try like, learn how the software works, there's tutorials about the software online for sure. And like, okay, I wanna make someone walk, like try to make it yourself, like with sticks, like very, very simple things. Like don't worry about color yet. Don't worry about like shadows or even backgrounds. Like pick like, for example, a perspective, right? Okay, we're seeing this person from the side and this is the ground and so on. So basic perspective. And then try to animate that person, then look for tutorials, try to copy them. YouTube is good for learning basics. There's a lot of basic stuff. Are you interested in learning to animate? Wait, there's no particularly if there is difference between how people learn in Japan compared to the West. Yes, there is. So if we're talking, for example, traditional animation, there's like one very stupid different thing, which is the papers in Japan. If you have like the paper, let's say, okay, first paper I had next to me is a copy of Harry Potter. The paper where you're animating, right, and you have all the drawings, hopefully not that many. Above you have like the tapu in Japanese, basically the tool that grabs the papers is above, and in the West it's reverse, you're animating from below. So you are drawing, and in Japan you're used to like do like this, and in the US you're like making like different approaches. We also use different software. If you're learning through digitally, it's not as different. What's different is more often like depending on the studio, we use differently layers, we use different softwares. So that's what will make the most difference. If you're more interested in Japan, I would suggest learning with Clip Studio Paint EX. If you're interested more in the West, I think that programs that's more used, especially in the US, would be TV Paint. Am I right? Pretty sure there's someone around here in the chat that would correct me otherwise. And yeah, like check tutorials and do it. Another thing, so other than trying to find the fundamentals by your own, like okay, someone's walk, ball like bouncing, other than all these fundamentals, I would say animation takes a lot of patience. And it's wonderful when you finally animate something and it moves, right? Like we're talking about, for example, this guy. It was very stressing to make him, but now he's breathing. And this feels amazing after you achieve that. Like what you, like, forget that one is painted and the others are not. But seeing your character alive like this, it feels amazing. But there's a lot of patience, trial and error involved on that. So I would say don't be scared of doing like fun animations or animating trying to animate things that even if they look a bit difficult, there's something you want to do. I'd rather that you try to do, I don't know, you're trying to do a battle, for example, they're like two characters battling. Maybe you're not ready because you haven't even done like one human shape and you're trying to make like two monsters battle. But if that's what brings you fun, what you really want to see and practice, go for it, because you need a lot of patience, you need this motivation and passion to go to it. That said, try not to complicate it too much. Like for example, here we have like double shadow lines here, right? So let me stop it for a second. We have like these so many shadows, different ink colors. Color in general, you don't need that when you're starting. You can just keep it like this. And that's already quite complicated. Like, come on, we have like half a beard. Do you know how troublesome it is to animate it all the time so it doesn't change much? Because if it changes, it means like his skin is bubbling, and that would be very creepy. And that's not what this is about. It's this story. I hope that helps. My Japanese art is more interesting. Thank you. So yeah, well, it depends on the person though. Oh yeah, so that was from Roman, sorry. Okay, so Richard, let me know if I replied to your question. If you have something more specific you'd like me to focus on, let me know. But yeah, basically pick one software. Ideally pick the software that's more similar to what you want to draw. For example, if you're more interested in anime, I would suggest Clip Studio Paint, because then you'll develop towards how that industry actually animates and it will look more anime. If you're interested more in the West style, then pick something else. And then go mixing, looking at tutorials and trying that for the fundamentals, while you also do those things that you enjoy and bring you fun, and keep it simple. So that's the summary of what I would recommend to any beginner in animation in a very broad way. Richard says, thank you so much for such great advice. It could be a video on its own. I think I could cut that. I could cut this out and it will become a video. Also, how much drawing ability should you have before learning animation? Example for anime. Okay, so let's do as if this is another video, and we'll cut this here. Bye bye. This was the first question. See the next one in another video or in the real live stream. Hi. Okay, so I'll read the question again. So Richard, after asking about how to get started in animation for beginners, he's asking how much drawing ability should you have before learning animation? Similarly, is it good to learn After Effects at the same time to get polished look of anime like Ufotable, or is that something for later? Okay, so I see that you're interested in a computer, like digital type of animation. So if you're interested in how it looks in the end, I would say start very, very simple. Like, I wouldn't mix skill and drawing, fundamentals, how to draw, like how does the body work, like my hand, it would be broken if it went like super back or something like that. So that's fundamentals, and you will learn that on the go. But yes, learning perspective, very, very important one. Learning body fundamentals. I don't know what you want to make. Maybe you want to specialize on effects, then okay, learn about fluids, learn about fire, learn about light, learn about sparks, magic. If you want to work in more human bases, learn about the human body, basically how it jumps, how it moves, how it weights. So it's important for you to grab these fundamentals, but don't try to finish learning all the fundamentals before you start animating. You can try to mix it up. And that's the same with After Effects. If you just want to learn animating, I would say at the beginning, okay, learn some fundamentals and then do some tests in the software, because in the software, as you see, you can already see it move, okay? You can already see very final look. And I have it hidden, but I actually have the background around. So you can see the final look of it already. Just exporting a GIF from Clip Studio, for example. It depends on the software. If you wanna really look a picture of how it would be your animation in anime style, and you're interested because I see your passion to like just get it like the anime already, and that's completely natural. I also have that feeling. You can try it. You can try and learn After Effects about how they use it. Like, don't stop it. Like, you can learn things at different level. Okay, like now I'm focusing this week, so I'm focusing more on fundamentals. This next week, so I'm trying to make an animation of someone battling, and then when you finish it, you try to put it into After Effects, and then you start over. So you don't have to like know all the fundamentals of drawing, and then do all the animation, and then do it in After Effects, because you learn from one thing to the other as well. You will like, okay, when you're animating, you'll see, oh my god, if I animate this way, the After Effects person will suffer. For example, if I was painting this character like this, and then in After Effects I want the face to change the color because it looks too dark compared to another scene, I wouldn't be able to. It would struggle a lot because it has a gradation. So I know that I need to put the gradation in another layer, right? So you will learn from going from one step to the other. I hope that answers the question. There's no right way to learn. It's about keep going and going to your interests and go polishing the things where are going low and you're interested in. For example, if you're very bad at effects but you're just interested in being a character animator, I mean, you can learn some basics, but you don't have to push very hard on them either. It's getting cold. Hope that helps. I lost a bit the thread what I was saying, but I think I was starting to ramble and repeat myself. Let me know if I missed something in the question, but I think that should be it. I'm also taking notes. Let me take notes of today's questions so then I can do more videos about them. Oh, haha. Okay, so around 1 hour 10 minutes we had questions about animation for beginners. Yeah, I think I will do a video about this later because it's asked very often, and I would love to help. I don't want people to like struggle unnecessarily if I could tell them something better to do. Orky in Twitch says, I need to find more free time to animate, doing design so much, but I guess that's good practice for drawing. Yes, that's actually what I was saying. Like, you go for seasons as well. Like designing, after you've done animation, you don't design the same way. You try to simplify or try to add more things that would flow instead of just like spots. Like, for example, if I have to design, usually would not put like a beard that's very difficult to make. I'd rather put, let's say, a ribbon in the head so then it animates and it adds more, unless the character needs to have like a short beard. Please excuse my English. I mean this thing, the hairs in the face. That's true. Okay. Alright, so I think that closes the topic, unless you can bring more in. Anyone else, feel free to keep asking and so on. I'm more than happy to help, or at least say my opinion. There's no more tea and my water is cold. I'm getting cold. My hands are so cold. That's a great answer, thank you. Already better than pretty much all the other animation videos I've seen. Thank you very much, I'm so glad. Even those from Howard Wimhurst who recommended your channel. I mean, you asked me very specific. If you watch someone else's video, they may like focus on whatever topic they choose. But if you are like talking one-on-one in a live, you normally get like a more straightforward answer. Anyway, I'm glad it was helpful, and feel free to keep chatting. I just need to get my blanket, which is not a blanket. It's a big coat that I put on my legs. Whew. And I will need to be careful because I'm pretty sure this is not natural fibers, which means that if it gets on fire, it will be fast and sticky. I have also like a little, how do you call that? Heater. Seriously, can't even talk. Okay, so we need to open the file for this guy. Next, and bring in questions as you want, anyone, or topics. No one is saying anything about me shrinking the live streams. Actually, it makes sense. Like, everyone in the live stream enjoys the long format. But then people that doesn't necessarily enjoy live streams, which is a big bunch of the subscribers, if they haven't received notifications because YouTube does things, then they may like to see like a shorter version, or because they can join later. Okay. By the way, I was thinking the 23rd I'll do a stream. For many of you it will still be the 22nd, but I was thinking of doing something a bit more holiday-ish theme also on the 30th. So in the next 2 streams, like, do something a bit more festive. If you have some idea, let me know, because by those 2 live streams, most likely I cannot show you anymore this, because I'll be working on things that are too much of a spoiler already. Opening the file. Okay, let me show you my face in all the glory while I look for the file without spoiling anyone. Should be 7. Which one can we do? 7. Yeah, it should be 1, loop 1, and loop 3. Okay, loop 1 and loop 3 are ready for prepared to coloring. Loop 1 version 1, loop 1 version 4. This can't be it. Is this it? No. Is this it? 1 second. One to 5. The next step for the coding will teach you how to make the breathing loop. Ah, this is correct. I know you cannot say it, but it's because I need to open various files and I don't wanna open and show you any spoiler the moment. So meanwhile, you should see fluffy clouds. Okay, the next is loop 3. Loop 3 version 2. No. Okay, should be loop 3.1 or loop 3.2. I think it's loop 3. No, loop 3. Cat 7 loop 3.2 is the hand. So loop Cat 7 L3 version 8 is what I want. So many numbers. You look great, thank you. I look warm. I am getting warm. Okay, so this. All right. I'll show you the screen now. You see the screen now. Let's prepare more colorings. If anyone has an idea of what they would like the next 2 streams to be, let me know. Oh, wait. Okay, so this is not alright. I don't remember who did this in betweens. I'll have to just note it as notes. So all the inks need to be Oops. All the inks need to be white or black. Like actually they need to be black and don't have any other transparency. I'm struggling. Why? Because if now I'm trying to paint this, for example, look, watch this mess. Or like this. We don't want this. Because then, if I need to select a color, and I say that I want this color to be purple, this is still green. See? I cannot change colors easily, and we do not want that. So I'll have to be very strict later and remind it. And do we need to ink this again? It is a problem. All this is a problem. They copy pasted the eye and did like a scale, and now the inking is not correct. We need to ink this again. It's just too much. I cannot paint this. How did the bus word got there? Wait, what? Mar, how cold was it? How cold was it right now? Right now, okay, so this week in Japan we're in between 10 and 0 degrees Celsius. I was finding the word in English. So I'd say right now we're at, yeah, outside we're at 8 degrees Celsius. Which is, it's coldish if you're just sitting. I think I know what happened. I didn't copy paste. This is, maybe this week could be either Exunis, either William. It's not a copy paste, most likely it's like a turn, like for example, if this is very pixelated and then you grab it and you turn it, look at this. That's what happens. That's what happened. We need to ink this again. And also this. This is also my fault. I didn't check well every single frame. Like for example, this is great. It's great. I cannot see any blurriness. The lines are complete. It's not in all of them. It's just like some. Hey Lakshimarayana. It's a very long name. Do you mind if I call you Laksh? Just to like shrink it. How are you doing? Welcome here. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Where are you coming from? Just don't want to mispronounce your name. If you want me to say it long, I can try. It's CSPX, a vector or bitmap program, because it looks like bitmap with JPEG edges. Neither. Like you can like do like very smooth and beautifully textured things in Clip Studio. It's just that we use a very pixelated look, so then we can paint very fast and change colors very fast during the animation process, like when we do a lot of drawings in a row, which is what you do when you're animating, and then either on After Effects or as a last job, let's say in Clip Studio Paint, what we do is smoothing, and then everything becomes this smooth, which looks beautiful. Like when you're like at 100% of drawing, it looks good. It's the problem that when we're coloring, this cannot be, and we have a lot of open edges as well, which is also not acceptable. The rotation, yeah. I did the rotation on one frame. There's various frames like this. I'm seeing. Okay, so this is not ready for coloring. Okay, so what shall we do? Who's free? Eugenia's free. Maybe you can give it to her. I'll think about it off stream. Thank you, Zionist. And anyone, I mean, yeah, like the drawing is fine. Drawing is fine. It's just an issue about the pen, and I also blame myself. I didn't check closely enough. I should have seen this. I should have seen this. Yeah. Some are fine. Like this is fine, but then this has so many like dust, to call it something, around it. This is also because you were using the eraser, for example. Also could cause that like your eraser, it's not an anti-alias, because if this is a very sharp and beautiful line, but then I did erase it like this, you also get that effect. You need to erase with the anti-alias effect, and then you get it pixelated. Okay, so that's pending. Let's say the next frame I can do. I say thank you again. Yeah, you're welcome, Richard, and feel free to keep asking if something. Next, this guy. Let's say that this guy, you can actually paint him. I think so. Boom. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so let's do him. Start with number 1, color. Oh, we already tried to color him. I see. But I think these colors are not correct. Okay. It's L1. Okay, so you. Not this. Let's fit the colors from here. The dark should be this one. Let's start over the color. Boom, boom. What was that? Sound like between a man and a frog. Did you hear it? That was very awkward. Where's the finger? There you go. It is difficult when you cannot see completely. Okay. Now. Dun dun. Ah, okay. Turn. Okay, this is a fast way. Bam. I'll go for details for now. It's fine. Hello? I was in the wrong layer. It wasn't the fault of the software now. By the way, where's the... Oh. Oh no. We're struggling. We'll struggle here. I forgot something, which means that it's also forgotten in the other one. Sorry, I know I'm not specifically chatting with you because I'm like problem solving in my brain. We should have a line there. It's very odd that we see the arm. We should have here a line like here. Oops. Like this. And be this leaf on the other side. That's correct. Okay. So, note to myself. And let's keep coloring. It's not a drama. It's fine. It's fine. We can deal with this perfectly. More concerned about the other one. I should have seen it. Should have seen that come. Like, ugh. What do you think? What I'm thinking? Wait. I think I'm not ready to work on this project anymore. I've made so many mistakes that are making it hard for you. I don't think it's like that. Let's keep working for the next one. Like the task that you have right now. Please keep on it, and I'll see about the other one. Like, what do I do? Like, if you leave right now, you give me much more troubles than if you quit. However, if you're not comfortable and we can talk one-on-one about this, then yeah, it would be sad for me to let you go, but let's talk about this one-on-one. Don't worry about it now. Okay, I see your... Yeah. So let's talk about this when we finish the stream, but I don't think you should quit either. Okay. What color is this? Is this pure black? No, good. We don't want pure black because then it's difficult to change colors. Ooh. So the thing with the stream is that you see the problems occurring, like, no, the software messed up, or we miscommunicated, or many things that can happen. You see them live as well. That's how studios work, you know, in movies, when the characters mess up right before the deadline, but then everything goes well. You see it all. Hey Mathel, how are you doing? Oh, we've been streaming for an hour and a half right now already. That's cool. That's cool. Hope everyone's having fun or being entertained. Next color is just this. Okay. And by the way, about the mistake from before, I didn't see it either. I should have looked more intently in the details. Actually, it's really yours. Did you do this one? I thought I gave this to William. Oh, William did the other one, maybe. I'll check that. But anyway, it needs to be clear about the dangers of rotation. I'll note that. Rotation. But yeah, don't sweat it right now. Keep working on your task. That's what will help the most, both to myself and this project, but also to you. Because it's a good in between, that hand you're working on now. It's a good project, like a good challenge. Very good one. Can you even see, like, if you don't have like a huge screen, you may not even see what I'm doing. It's so like small, like pixels that are like randomly, see, like yellow. Ah. Another one. It's very important to fill in these like little pixels, because then if the background is like, I don't know, lime green or something, like it would like stand out oddly as transparencies. So you never know how much I will zoom in either. I need to stretch. My arms hurt. I did quite tough workouts yesterday. So healthy reminder for everyone: stretch, blink your eyes from the screen, and stay hydrated. I'm so happy that it really seems that the audio is working better. It's almost done, this one. I'm reading really slow, let's be honest, especially because of the stream itself. Let me see, is there anything else I wanted to talk about today? Oh yeah, so just a reminder, next 2 streams most likely I will not be doing animations for this project, because we need to finish some part. I have to work in parts that I cannot share, and instead we'll be doing hello. Cannot see the pants. There you go. We may be doing Q&As, interviews most likely not yet, but soon are coming. Interviews is coming, and possibly streams on LinkedIn are coming. I don't know, it really depends on if we reach this goal by the end of the year. I don't know, what will we do? Something festive maybe? Icons. If we reach the 50, like whether we do it affiliate or not, I'll start preparing emojis when we reach 50 followers, by the way, on Twitch. I'll prepare emojis so we can use them in the chat. That would be so fun. Community fun. You. What else do I want to say? I'll talk about the mic, which is improved now. I mean, did you even notice the difference? Maybe you didn't notice it was different. Excuse me, where's the soul? Okay. Okay. This is the color. Because the trousers are not moving. So yeah, I would have never designed shoes like this, but then after animating, boy, these things to be very, very simple. Okay, so we fixed the sleeve thing, which doesn't make sense yet, because if it comes from the shoulder, I can fix this on stream. I mean, number 1, right? Actually, it would make things easier and more clear. Whoa! Whoa, excuse me, why do you paint everything black? Huh? Okay. Yeah, it would make more sense like this. So let's do that. It's going a bit up. Then next. This is how you should not do things actually. Where it's such a small part that I know it won't be a big deal. And it's all in black, so. Dun dun. I have a song in my head from Final Fantasy X. I'm really trying not to sing. Or was it Final Fantasy X too? I think it's the second. Like the song, I think it's called 10,000 Words. Maybe someone here knows. Chan chan. Alright. Okay. It's good. Well, we're not having many notifications today, otherwise you'll see like GIFs with like someone's hosting, someone's following, someone donated. We have like fun stuff. And GIFs. What will we do with the GIFs though? Like the emojis, I like them to have like a theme. And ideally like an animal or something that's easy to draw without many details, and so you can understand what it is, even if it's very small in an emoji. But the animal that makes more sense for our studio is a dragon. And that's not a very simple thing to do. So we'll have to think about that. Do we do dragons? Do we do humanish things? Or like words? Let's save. Yeah, this will be ready for coloring. I mean, let's be honest, it is so fast that I could do it faster than actually write the notes. This one, and it's out of woman. The one I really need to assign to someone else is this one. To fix the lines and to fix the lines and to color. Okay, by the way, it is C7L3. C7L3. See, this is on my two people. These are my two people. So, okay, we'll see. So I need to warn two people about this issue. This one. So it doesn't happen again. And myself remember to... Oh, that's the issue. I was in the wrong. So we have this duplicated. I didn't even notice. I thought that depending on where you're selecting, you have like a different bar. So I was like keeping rotating things like crazy. I think it's because in Photoshop it works like that. Starting to lose my own focus. I don't know if the chat is working anymore or we're just silent because I really got super focused on fixing that. But anyway, I think we'll be closing soon. And we've been on for like almost 2 hours and straight. I don't think I took a break. And I want to keep working later without breaking my brain, so we should probably give it a stop. So let me see my notes and things I want to let you know. Let me show you what we've done today. We've been doing this, we've been painting and preparing tasks for other stuff. It's frustrating because I thought I checked. I'm telling you, I think this is not you. I think this is not you. And if this is someone else, as a volunteer, they have more margin. But then I should have checked it as soon as it arrived. I didn't check it like close enough or like specific those ones. Well, let's not dwell too much on what happened and think how do we fix it next time. Alright, so things I wanna mention before we close the stream. Present myself again, just very quickly. My name is Mar. I am the leader, the founder of animation studio here in Japan. We're all English speaking, and actually we are from everywhere in the world, really, and we're doing especially music videos, like animated music videos, like for musicians, or clips, like animated clips for filmmakers. Many of what we have been working this year is still not out there because it's like spoilers, or we delivered it but then the client cannot put it out because reasons I cannot disclaim, or like it's just not time. They haven't finished to put it out yet. And every Wednesday, including the next 2 Wednesdays, even if it's a bit of like very close to holidays, on the 20th to 23rd, depending on your time zone, and the 29th, 30th will be on again. This should be the last 2 times we're on this year. And I was planning to do something a bit festive, but I have no idea what. Worst case, we'll do as we usually do. We'll be working and be chilling with you, replying to questions, and so on. I know that was me, I see. Maybe do a video on common mistakes or hard to find mistakes. That's a good idea. Let me note it. Idea, common mistakes and hard to find mistakes. Okay. Thank you, Richard. And happy to have you around. Have we seen you before in other streams? I don't know if you're new or not right now, I'm sorry. Anyway, I hope to see you in the next streams. Let me see what else to say. So I was talking about the next streams. This project that you're seeing, we're very soon to close the production that I can share. The rest will be cuts that will be too spoilery, or painting and editing and like putting everything together in the editing software. I most likely use either Premiere for sure, but I don't know if I'll use also After Effects to support myself for some animation and effects parts. And I think that would be it. I hope you have fun. Like, any feedback, of course, as always, it's welcome. It's coming together with the color. I know, right? It's looking good. Before you said like this, like guy with no eye, half bird, like very odd, but with the color it's like ooh. And this is not everything. This is not a spoiler. It's even better. No, it's my first video of yours. I see. Well, welcome in. I hope you enjoyed it. And you mentioned you came from Howard as well. So that's great. Good animator as well. I've always liked that until compositing. It's always like that until compositing. I know. The most boring thing I have to do so far is that, like, compositing, like putting all these files together and then like the colors and then maybe rotate them and copy paste some things and the smoothing effect and downloading PNGs and the order where do you download and closing loops that it made less drawings but then it means more time, like compositing. So it's lovely. Very lovely. The result is lovely. The result is very worth it. That's the thing with animation. You really have to have a lot of patience and passions. But Don't mind me. Passion and patience. That are the animation keys to get something done until the end. And okay, I think that was it. I really hope that, I really like this time, so I really hope we got to our goal. That also works if I'm offline, so if you happen to make a donation on PayPal or become a patron offline until the end of December, it will count. So that means that then from 2021 I will also do weekly live streams at least. Otherwise, I have to think about it because it needs to make sense. Like the studio main source right now are the clients, so we'll see that. That's it. Thank you very much and see you in the next video. Goodbye and hoping to see you soon.